Welcome back. Where rare coins history and hidden value come together, today we are exploring the most valuable top 5 United States Monticello Jefferson nickel 5-cent coins. These coins may look simple, but in the right mint mark and the right condition they can be worth very big money in the collector's market. This video will help you understand why some Jefferson nickels sell for thousands of dollars while others are only worth face value, so stay with us and watch till the end. So let's get started. First up, United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1997 with P mint mark in very fine condition. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but behind its simple appearance there is history, design, significance, collector demand, and surprising market value that can turn an everyday nickel into something special. If you have old nickels at home or enjoy hunting for valuable coins, this video will help you understand why the 1997 P Jefferson nickel deserves attention, and how condition, rarity, and market trends can increase its value. Stay with me until the end, because you might realize that a small coin can tell a big story and sometimes be worth much more than 5 cents. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 as a replacement for the Buffalo nickel, and it has remained one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. The obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, while the reverse shows Monticello Jefferson's famous Virginia home. The design was created by Felix Schlag, and it was chosen through a public competition, making it a coin deeply connected with American heritage. By the time 1997 arrived, the Jefferson nickel was already a familiar part of American daily life. The year 1997 falls into the modern era of coinage, when coins were mass-produced for circulation, yet even modern coins can hold collector value depending on mint mark condition and demand. The Philadelphia Mint produced the 1997 P Jefferson nickel, and unlike earlier decades, the P mint mark was clearly visible on the obverse to the right of Jefferson's portrait near the date. The 1990s were a stable period for the United States Mint with high-quality production standards, but circulation still caused where over time many coins from this era entered heavy use, making higher-grade examples more desirable today. Collectors often look back at coins from the 1990s as affordable entry points into numismatics, while still offering potential value growth, especially when found in very fine or better condition. The 1997 P Jefferson nickel carries the classic Monticello reverse design that collectors recognize instantly. On the obverse side you see Thomas Jefferson facing left with his hair tied back in an 18th century style. The word Liberty appears prominently, and the date 1997 sits near the portrait along with the P mint mark indicating Philadelphia Mint production. The phrase "In God We Trust" is also clearly visible, reflecting traditional United States coin inscriptions. On the reverse, the detailed image of Monticello stands at the center with its dome windows and steps providing important grading clues. The inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum United States of America" and 5 cents surround the building. The clarity of Monticello's steps is especially important to collectors because where often begins their first. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a solid feel and silver-like appearance. It weighs 5 grams and measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter. The edge is smooth, which is typical for nickels in very fine condition. The 1997 P Jefferson nickel shows moderate wear but still retains strong details. Jefferson's hair, facial features, and coat remain visible, and Monticello's structure on the reverse is clear though lightly worn. This balance between circulation wear and preserved detail makes very fine examples attractive to collectors who want historical coins without paying premium mint state prices. At first glance, the 1997 P Jefferson nickel might seem rare because millions were produced. However, rarity in numismatics is only about mintage numbers but also about surviving condition. Many 1997 nickels were heavily circulated, used in vending machines, pockets, and cash registers for years, which reduced the number of well-preserved examples. Very fine condition strikes a sweet spot for collectors. It shows honest circulation history while maintaining recognizable features. Collectors who build date and mint mark sets often seek coins in very fine or better condition because they offer visual appeal without the high cost of uncirculated pieces. Another factor that increases interest is quality control. Variations. Some 1997 P nickels show sharper strikes than others, and collectors pay attention to details like lettering clarity and Monticello step definition. While full steps are usually associated with higher grades, even partial step detail in very fine condition can increase desirability. Demand also comes from beginners and budget collectors. The 1997 P Jefferson nickel is affordable compared to older key dates, but still offers educational value, historical connection, and potential for appreciation as high-grade circulated examples become harder to find. When it comes to market value, the 1997 P Jefferson nickel in very fine condition is worth more than its face value, though it is A get-rich-quick coin prices can vary depending on demand, appeal, and overall condition in today's auction and collector market. A typical very fine example may sell in the range of $178,000 depending on how sharp the details are. Coins that lean closer to extremely fine condition with stronger details can sometimes reach $250,000 or more, especially when sold in small collector lots. Certified examples graded by professional services may bring slightly higher prices due to buyer confidence, while raw coins depend heavily on seller reputation and visual quality. It is important to remember that coin values fluctuate based on market interest, economic conditions, and collector trends. While the value may seem modest compared to rare era coins or early key dates, the 1997 P. Jefferson nickel represents steady collector interest and long-term potential, particularly as more coins are lost, damaged, or melted over time. If you are collecting Jefferson nickels or just starting your coin collecting journey, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Always examine your coins under good lighting and magnification to assess wear and detail. Look closely at Jefferson's hair, cheek, and collar, as well as the steps of Monticello. Proper storage is essential. Use coin flips, albums, or holders to protect your 1997 P nickel from further wear, moisture, and scratches. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can reduce value and damage original surfaces. Try to learn grading standards so you can accurately identify very fine condition. This knowledge helps you make better buying and selling decisions. Networking with other collectors, attending coin shows, and following online auctions can also increase your understanding of current market values. Finally, be patient. Coin collecting is a long-term hobby. Values grow over time, and enjoyment comes from the history and discovery as much as the money. The United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1997 with P mint mark in very fine condition may seem like a simple modern coin, but it carries historical significance, classic design, and collector appeal. It represents an era of American coinage that many people live through yet rarely appreciate its value beyond face value. For collectors, this nickel offers affordability, educational value, and steady market interest, while reminding us that even everyday coins can become meaningful collectibles with the right condition and care. Always check your change, study your coins, and enjoy the journey, because sometimes big value starts with just 5 cents. Next up, the 1998 issue with a P mint mark in fine condition, a coin that might look ordinary to the casual observer but holds significant interest in the world of numismatics. For anyone passionate about coin collecting or looking to understand the nuances of valuable coins, this video will provide you with a complete guide from history to current market value and practical tips for collectors. The history of the Jefferson nickel is a story that begins in the mid-1930s when the United States decided to redesign the nickel to commemorate Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The Jefferson nickel first entered circulation in 1938 and was designed by Felix Schlag, whose design was chosen in a national competition. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse shows his iconic Monticello home. Located in Virginia, this design quickly became a classic, representing not only Jefferson's legacy but also a period of American coinage that valued both artistry and historical significance. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel underwent minor modifications, but the core design remained consistent, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. By 1998, the nickel had been in circulation for 60 years with only slight alterations, primarily in metal composition and minting techniques, which ensured a high level of detail in each strike. The 1998 P. Jefferson nickel carries with it some unique features that make it stand out for collectors. The coin bears the P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The obverse features the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson facing left with the inscriptions "Liberty and God We Trust" and the year 1998 prominently displayed. The reverse continues to showcase Monticello, the neoclassical villa designed by Jefferson himself, with the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum, United States of America" and 5 cents. Surrounding the image, what makes the 1998 issue particularly interesting is its composition. It is made primarily of a copper-nickel alloy, which gives it a slightly different luster and feel compared to older nickels. This subtle difference in appearance and texture is one reason collectors pay close attention to the coin. Additionally, because it was produced in the late 1990s, it is part of a transitional era where minting technology had improved significantly, resulting in sharper details and cleaner strikes even in coins that are in circulated condition. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel in fine condition is considered uncommon, but extremely rare. The term fine in numismatic grading indicates that the coin has moderate wear, but all major design elements are still clearly visible. The Monticello building is distinguishable, and Jefferson's profile still retains much of its original detail. Collectors are often drawn to coins in fine to very fine condition because they represent a balance between affordability and historical preservation. While millions of nickels were minted in 1998, the majority exist in circulated condition, making coins with minimal wear highly desirable for those building a Jefferson nickel collection. It is important to note that any coin showing exceptional luster or near mint qualities can fetch a premium in auction settings, while coins with scratches or heavy wear are less valued. The current market value of a 1998 p. Jefferson nickel in fine condition varies depending on the specific coin grading and market demand. On average, coins in this condition can be worth slightly above their face value, but in certain auction settings where collectors are looking to complete sets or acquire coins with specific mint marks, these nickels can reach higher prices. A fine condition 1998 p. Jefferson nickel can generally sell in the range of $262,000. However, if the coin shows particularly strong strike characteristics or has minimal circulation marks, collectors might pay a higher price, especially when sold as part of a larger Jefferson nickel collection. It is also worth noting that market trends for coins can fluctuate depending on collector interest and the rarity of certain mint mark variations, making it essential for collectors to stay informed. For collectors looking to acquire or preserve a 1998 p. Jefferson nickel, there are several practical tips. Start by carefully examining the coin under good lighting to assess wear marks and detail preservation. Avoid cleaning the coin aggressively, as this can reduce its numismatic value. Instead, store coins in acid-free holders or protective flips to prevent further wear and oxidation. When buying from dealers or online auctions, always check for authenticity and provenance, especially if the coin is being sold as part of a rare or collectible set. Staying informed about current market trends can help collectors make smarter purchasing decisions and maximize the value of their investment. Lastly, consider building a set of Jefferson nickels across different years and mint marks, as this often increases both enjoyment and potential resale value in the collector market. The 1998 p. Jefferson nickel in fine condition is much more than a simple 5-cent coin. It represents decades of American history, numismatic artistry, and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. The coin offers collectors a chance to own a piece of history that is both accessible and valuable. With its distinctive features, reasonable rarity, and potential for market appreciation, it remains a highly appealing addition to any coin collection. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a beginner looking to explore the world of rare coins, understanding the 1998 p. Jefferson nickel can provide insight into the subtle complexities that make coin collecting such a rewarding hobby. We hope this detailed guide has given you the knowledge and confidence to recognize the significance of this coin and consider it seriously for your collection. Next up, we are diving into the fascinating world of the Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel, specifically the 2000 issue with the D mint mark in extra fine condition. This coin may appear common at first glance, but for collectors it holds a special place due to its unique features, condition, and potential value in today's auction market. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. Its design was created by Felix Schlag and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson. On the obverse side, the reverse side showcases Monticello, the historic Virginia home of Jefferson, which has become an iconic symbol in American numismatics. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel has undergone subtle design changes, but the Monticello motif has remained a constant, making it instantly recognizable to collectors and enthusiasts alike. The 2000 D Jefferson nickel was minted at the Denver Mint, and although millions were produced, it is highly sought after when found in extra fine condition, due to the crispness of its details and the quality of its strike. Unlike circulated coins, which often show significant wear, the extra fine examples retain almost all of their original mint luster and sharpness. The obverse of this coin depicts Thomas Jefferson in a detailed profile with clear inscriptions of his name and the mottos "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." The reverse features the Monticello building with distinct architectural lines and the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum, United States of America" and 5 cents. The clarity of these details is essential for grading and significantly impacts the coin's market value. While the Jefferson nickel is generally considered a common coin, some years and mint marks are particularly prized. The 2000 D in extra fine condition is notable because finding one without major scratches, dings, or discoloration is increasingly rare. Collectors often search through bulk coins hoping to find these gems, and when one appears in top condition, it can generate substantial interest at coin shows and auctions. The combination of its modern age, scarcity, and pristine condition drives collector demand, making it more than just a 5-cent piece. In terms of current market value, a 2000 D Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition can fetch between $350,000 depending on the grading and the buyer's interest. In auctions where collectors compete, the price can rise even higher, especially if the coin exhibits exceptional luster or has been Professionally graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC, it is important to note that even small variations in strike quality or minor imperfections can significantly affect the final sale price, making careful examination essential for both buyers and sellers. For collectors looking to acquire or preserve a 2000D Jefferson nickel, the key is careful handling and proper storage, avoiding direct contact with fingers. Using soft gloves and storing the coin in protective holders will help maintain its condition over time. Coins that are well preserved can increase in value and become a centerpiece of a collection. Monitoring auctions and coin shows and staying informed about market trends is also crucial for anyone serious about coin collecting. Patience and diligence are essential traits for those who wish to maximize the potential value of their coins. The 2000D Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel is more than just a modern coin. It represents a piece of American history and numismatic artistry. While it may seem ordinary to the casual observer, its extra fine condition and collector demand make it a valuable asset in today's coin market. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just beginning your journey, this coin exemplifies the excitement and potential of coin collecting. By understanding its history, examining its unique features, and taking steps to preserve its condition, you can appreciate both its historical significance and its monetary value in the modern numismatic world. Next up, the United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel 2001 with the mint mark in very fine condition. This video is especially important for anyone who enjoys searching pocket change, visiting coin shops, or following today auction market values, because even modern era coins like this one can carry collector interest, historical importance, and surprising dollar value when condition, rarity, and demand all come together. So stay with us until the end as we explore history, features, rarity, market value, collector tips, and the final conclusion about this interesting Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has remained one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. By the year 2001, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for more than 6 decades, carrying the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic home Monticello on the reverse. The 2001 Jefferson nickel was produced during a time when the United States Mint was focusing on high-speed production to meet everyday circulation needs, and the Denver Mint played a major role in this process. The D Mint mark represents the Denver Mint, one of the most important minting facilities in the country. The year 2001 falls just a few years before the Westward Journey nickel series began, making it part of the final era of traditional Monticello reverse nickels, which adds historical relevance for collectors who want complete date and mint mark sets. The obverse of the 2001D Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson designed by Felix Schlag. Jefferson appears calm, dignified, and detailed. Even in circulated condition, the word Liberty appears to the left of the portrait, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," and the date 2001 appear to the right. The reverse showcases Monticello Jefferson's Virginia home with fine architectural details, including the dome steps and columns. The word Monticello is clearly visible above the building, while 5 cents and United States of America appear below. The D Mint mark is located on the obverse to the right of the portrait near the date, identifying it as a Denver Mint issue. The coin is composed of a copper nickel-clad alloy containing 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it durability and a familiar silver-like appearance in very fine condition. Many of these design details remain sharp, including Jefferson's hairlines, facial features, and the steps of Monticello, which collectors closely examine. In terms of mintage, the 2001D Jefferson nickel was produced in large numbers, which means it is not rare in a general sense. However, rarity in coin collecting often depends on condition rather than just mintage. A very fine condition coin shows moderate wear but still retains clear and strong design elements, making it desirable for collectors building circulated sets. Many collectors specifically look for clean, problem-free examples without heavy scratches, corrosion, or damage. Even though the coin is common in worn condition, finding one in attractive, very fine condition can still create demand, especially among beginner and intermediate collectors. Demand also increases when collectors want affordable coins to complete year and mint mark collections of Jefferson nickels. When we talk about current auction market value, it is important to be realistic and accurate. A 2001D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition usually carries a modest value compared to older key date nickels. In today's market, this coin typically sells in the range of $162,000 depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and overall condition. However, examples with exceptional surfaces, strong details, and original luster for the grade can sometimes sell for $185,000 or slightly more, especially when sold in collector lots or online auction platforms. While it worth $245,000. Its steady demand and affordability make it a popular coin in the hobby, and prices can increase slowly over time as collectors continue to complete sets. Collectors interested in the 2001 Jefferson nickel should always check pocket change, bank rolls, and dealer junk boxes because this coin is still found in circulation. Look closely at the steps of Monticello because stronger step details increase desirability. Store your coin properly in a holder or flip to prevent further wear and scratches. Avoid cleaning the coin as cleaning can reduce value and collector interest. If you believe your coin is in better than very fine condition, consider comparing it with grading guides or having it evaluated by a knowledgeable dealer. Collecting Jefferson nickels by date and mint mark is an excellent low-cost way to build experience in the hobby while learning about grading and market trends. The United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel 2001 with the mint mark in very fine condition, a rare treasure, but it holds real value in history, education, and collector enjoyment. It represents the final years of the classic Monticello design, carries the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, and offers collectors an affordable entry into American numismatics. Its auction market value may be small in dollar terms, but its importance in completing sets and building knowledge is significant. Always remember that. Every great coin collection. Next up, the United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel from the year 2003 with the P mint mark. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but collectors know that even common-looking nickels can hide surprising stories, historical importance, and in some cases impressive market value, especially when condition, rarity, and collector demand come together in the right way. We will explore every important detail about this 2003 P Jefferson nickel, why it matters today, how it fits into American coin history, and what kind of dollar value it can bring in the current auction market. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel and honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag, and it featured a portrait of Jefferson on the front and his famous home Monticello on the reverse. For decades, this design remained mostly unchanged, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. By the time the year 2003 arrived, the Jefferson nickel had already been part of American daily life for more than 60 years. The year 2003 is especially important in Jefferson nickel history because it marked the beginning of the Westward Journey series created to celebrate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. However, the 2003 P Monticello reverse nickel represents the classic style that collectors still love. Coins with the P mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically produces very large quantities of coins, but even high mintage years can produce valuable examples depending on strike quality, errors, and condition. During 2003, millions of Jefferson nickels were released into circulation as the American economy relied heavily on coinage for everyday transactions. Many of these coins were quickly worn, damaged, or lost over time, which is why finding a 2004 P Jefferson nickel today in clean, fine condition can be more challenging than people expect. The obverse of the 2003 P Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. His hair, coat, and facial features are clearly defined in well-preserved examples. The word Liberty appears on the left side of the coin, while the date 2004 and the motto "In God We Trust" appear on the right side beneath Jefferson's chin. The P mint mark is also visible, indicating the Philadelphia Mint. In the reverse side, the iconic image of Monticello Jefferson's historic Virginia estate is displayed with fine architectural details. The steps, columns, and dome are especially important areas collectors examine closely. The inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum United States of America" and 5 cents surround the building. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel alloy with a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of just over 21 millimeters. The edge is smooth, and the overall color ranges from bright silver gray in lightly circulated coins to darker tones in older circulated examples. What makes the 2003 P Jefferson nickel special is the quality of the strike. Some coins show sharp details and strong lettering, while others appear weak or flat due to production speed. Coins with full steps on Monticello, meaning all steps are clearly visible, are highly desirable and can command much higher prices in the market. Although the total mintage of the 2003 P Jefferson nickel was high, true rarity comes from condition and specific characteristics. Most examples found today are heavily circulated with scratches, dull surfaces, and worn details. Coins in fine condition still show moderate wear but retain clear lettering and recognizable features. Collector demand increases significantly for coins that show minimal wear, strong strikes, and clean surfaces, especially those with clear Monticello steps, error varieties, or unusual toning nickels that were pulled from circulation early or carefully stored have survived in much better shape than the average pocket change coin. The fine condition category is important because it represents a balance between affordability and collectability. Many collectors enjoy assembling date and mint mark sets, and the 2003 P nickel in fine condition fills an essential slot while also offering potential future value as surviving examples continue to decline. When it comes to current auction market value, the 2003 P Jefferson nickel in fine condition typically sells for a modest premium over face value, often ranging from $155,000 depending on eye appeal and demand. However, coins that display exceptional strike quality, full steps, or recognized era varieties can sell for much more, sometimes reaching tens or even hundreds of dollars at auction. Uncirculated or near mint examples certified by professional grading services have achieved even higher prices, especially when competition among collectors increases. Market value is influenced by overall condition, grading accuracy, and timing of the sale. Online auctions, coin shows, and private sales can all produce different results. It is important to understand that while not every 2004p Jefferson nickel is worth big money, certain examples absolutely are, and knowing what to look for can make a huge difference in potential profit. If you are searching for a valuable 2003p Jefferson nickel, start by examining the coin under good lighting. Look closely at Jefferson's hair, the lettering, and the steps of Monticello. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unusual surface marks. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can permanently damage its surface and reduce value. Store your nickels in protective holders or coin flips to prevent further wear. Consider learning basic coin grading skills or consulting a professional grading service if you believe you have a high-quality example. Pay attention to auction trends and completed sales. Rather than asking prices, this will give you a realistic idea of what collectors are actually paying. Patience is key, as the right buyer at the right time can significantly increase your return. The United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 2003 with the P mint mark may seem like a simple modern coin, but it carries historical importance, unique design features, and real collector interest, especially in fine condition. As we have seen, rarity is always about low mintage, but about survival, condition, and demand. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone checking spare change, this nickel deserves a closer look. It represents a fascinating chapter in American coinage and could hold more dollar value than you expect. Keep learning, keep collecting, and you never know when an ordinary-looking coin might turn into an exciting discovery. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share, and let us know in the comments which Jefferson nickel is your favorite. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.